Nigeria calls for a creation of a dedicated secretariat. Please do this on a long-term basis.
Tinubu at the Arab was caught shedding crocodile tears. I mean, we saw him pleading for peace to reign in Palestine between the war going on right now between the Israel and the Palestinians. However, this is a man who has kept quiet, who has abandoned the Southeast to continue to suffer their insecurity. I mean, and also, he also begged that the Saudi Arabia should come to Nigeria and establish an Islamic administrative quarters.
Office or quarters.
My question to you, and what's your reaction?
You see, is a failure. Is the most clueless Nigerian president ever. Even that, as I'm talking to you now, people are laughing at Tinubu's regime because they are like exonerating Buhari regime, which of course you know that if any regime in Nigeria is worse than Buhari regime, mark that regime hellfire, a hell on earth. The earth is Nigeria. So don't mind him. He's trying to plead for peace for a terrorist group that desecrated the land of Israel, killing over 2,500 Israelis on October 7th, 2023. And Tinubu has not seen anything good or, wise on going to Igbo land and establish peace there so that Igbo man will remember him. On at least giving Nnamdi Kanu a freedom that will chop the Igbos. And the Igbos will buy into Yoruba as their brother. Tinubu has not seen it, which is why most of us Igbos are coming out with this phrase that Tinubu is an Arab Yoruba. Yorubas have no link with Arab unless when they begin to claim that their ancestry is traced to Egypt. That is a saying.
No, they said Mecca.
Mecca. That's Medina,
Medina,
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
But you see, the role that Tinubu is playing recently, I think Tinubu and the Chetima is beginning to step in on toes of the most powerful country in the world. What am I trying to say? America and Israel. Why must Chetima go to United Nations Summit in New York and made mention of Hamas as their brothers? A vice president that is trying to tell the whole world that terrorist group Hamas is their brothers. This man Chetima has concluded on inviting Nigeria into the circle of terrorist countries we have around Africa, around Europe, even Asia, and the entire world. What am I trying to say? Nigeria has actually come out as a country where Al-Shabaab of Somalia is having their base. Nigeria has actually come out as a country whereby Hamas and the Hezbollah are actually having their base. Nigeria is now actually a country that is trying to epitomize Iranian ideology. Iran ideology is nothing but jihadism. Jihad, kill, so that they will believe Allah. Disalive them so that they will believe Allah. Force them into what? Islam. And they will all turn to Muslims. That is what Iran believes. Then again, Tinubu's attending all Arab summits in the Middle East has actually brought this awareness to all the Christians in Nigeria that we actually failed God. The God we are serving can never be a Muslim or an Islamic ideology supporter, because the God we are serving is a peaceful God. There was never a time God of Moses, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob has ever advised us to kill somebody so that they will come to him. If you actually look at Muhammad and Moses, when Muhammad and Jesus, when Jesus Christ is quiet and cool, Muhammad on the verses of Quran is hot and fatal. When Jesus said, if somebody slap you, give him your cheeks, the other side. He should slap you 2 times. If you ask him for clothing or whatever, carry your clothes to give him. If you try to look into Quran aspect of this quotation, Quran says if somebody slap you 1 time, slap. See, little. I'm telling you. See, fire for fire, slap for slap. That is Muhammad. I saw it on social media very late. I said, But people are saying that Quran and Bible, not lie, Quran and Bible are not the same. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Tinubu has actually destroyed Yoruba nation, but I think Yoruba nation can never be destroyed by only one man who is deadly, the word deadly, selfish, and egotistic. I could Tinubu with this wicked, going attending a Arab council of whatever they call themselves in Saudi Arabia. Do you want to tell me that Nigeria is an Arab republic?
I think that is what we have today.
Yeah, I'm telling you, because the only Arab republic we have in Africa, I have their names. Arab Republic of Egypt. It would have been an Arab Republic of Algeria or Libya and what do they call this country? Morocco. But do you know that
Mauritius.
Libya said no? Libya answered Arab Republic of Libya for some times. They have removed it. But still, they speak Arabic now. Arab Republic of Egypt and Arab Republic of Libya is what we have in
Well,
Africa.
I saw a map where that was designating the countries with majority of religion. And
Arab.
from Nigeria downwards, beyond Nigeria, where we are talking about Cameroon downwards, so South Africa, these are all Christian nations. But Nigeria, Burkina Faso, Mali, upward represents Arab, which is Islam. Now, so for me to you, Nigeria is
an Arab country. You see, let me tell you again, and we see.
And of course, our pastors are quiet.
Yeah, they're quiet because what they need is money. They want those politicians to be giving them money. That's why pastors and the other cleric in the Christendom, they are not doing anything about it because they believe that when they support the politicians, they come with money. The great pastors we have in Nigeria, do you know that we have the greatest numbers of big pastors in the world is here? They are not doing anything about it. They went to school, studied this, studied that, studied this, blah, 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 intellectual this, big grammar. They have not seen it as a cheating, as bringing Christendom down, anti-Christianism. What they believe is their money. The kind of government we are running, we have in Nigeria here is anti-Christianity. Those pastors are not saying anything until these jihadists enter house by house. These are living Christians. I think that is the time they should all wake up. See, the Council of Arabic Countries, the meetings, the summit that Tinubu is engaging with the Arabs now with what? Reduce the level of Christendom, movement in Nigeria. They are going to bring us down, but they will never succeed. By the grace of God, it can work.
Well, I understand that the Christian faith suffered so much
many centuries ago.
Suffered so much animosity in the last 4 years when Donald Trump was absent.
Yes.
But just a few days ago, Donald Trump has emerged. And of course, we understand that he has always been a protector of the Christian faith. And I think right now, even the Biafran agitation is now being solidified. Because for every nation, you need a tripod.
Yep.
And I think Donald Trump has completed the pillar to form that tripod. Because we have Nnamdi, we have Simon Ekpa, and now we have Donald Trump supporting that cause.
The Son and the Holy Spirit. Yeah.
So I mean, what's your reaction?
My reaction is that Biafra is waking up, on a very, very terrifying.
With Donald Trump now joining the cause.
Yes.
Completing that pillar of tripod.
Biafra is waking up on alarming rates because of the kind of velocity at which Biafra publicity is going on viral on net. Then again, the Christendom, the disaliving of Christians in the last 8-9 years ago, when Buhari was Nigerian president, we had a Christian Association of Nigeria CAN chairman in Adamawa, Bishop Ndimi, beheaded by terrorists at the axis of northeastern Nigeria. Ndimi was CAN, Christian Association chairman, Adamawa branch. They arrested him, they kidnapped him. They started bargaining with Christian Association of Nigeria, Adamawa branch. It was too much on them. They extended it to General Christian Association, Nigeria at large. And they began to bargain to save the middle-aged man's life. That bargain went on and on and on until the terrorists said they are not going to take money anymore. but they want to at least experimenting on disaliving Bishop Ndimi, that is sending him to his, let me say, his earlier grave. They succeeded and they showed it on a glaring set, internet, video. The whole world saw it, how they dig a hole, 6 feet hole. The man was like 5.9 feet, which is approximately 6. But they dig 6 feet. The man had to go in. The neck was a bit of the crust of the earth. And they use a very long machete. Chap one, cut the man's head, bust his head into two. Why? They want the whole entire Adamawa state, the former Gongola state of Nigeria, Islamized. And that was their own annoyance that the man actually pleaded and pleaded and pleaded, but could not accept Islamic faith. That's why they disallowed him after not accepting the amount of money, coming forward from or by Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN. So what am I trying to say here? We are drifting into that period whereby the Afghanistan story of Islamization that actually unseat the regime of Afghanistan when America was there is going to happen to Nigeria. That is what we are seeing now. Currently, you have La Caruas. La Caruas is a sect, Islamic sect, settled in Sokoto now, from Libya, Niger Republic, and Mali. La Caruas, sponsored by Iran, axis of Satan, evil, from the same Middle East Europe, to take over Nigeria, to destabilize Nigeria. And Israeli diplomats actually told the whole world, look at what Iran is planning. And they are already succeeding. They have already been succeeding on destabilizing Nigeria by inviting ASWAP, Islamic State of West African Province, by establishing Boko Haram, the sect that believe that Western civilization is an abomination, by establishing bandits, the sect of terrorists that always go into communities in northern Nigeria, steal their goods, burn their houses, force them to believe on Islam, and anytime they object about that kind of, let me say, oppression ideology, they will all be disallowed. See what happened in Sokoto? The newly introduced terrorist group, La Kurawas, has at least succeeded on demising over 30 people in Sokoto now, sacking how many communities in Sokoto State. What is Nigerian government is doing? They are busy in the house, they are busy at the highest office of the presidency, sharing our taxpayers' money, our tax fund money. That is what they're after, not the security of Nigerians, you and I. That's why I'm telling you that Trump is coming, and all these anomalies in our political system, our leadership here in Nigeria is going to stop, because Mr. Trump is Mr. Truth. His name is Donald Trumpet. He's blowing it so that every Dikanali that loves peace, security, justice will actually adhere to what Trump stands in our society.
Thank you very much for that beautiful piece of submission as usual. Thank you.